Welcome, friends. So, here we are ready with a part of another uh, question paper of 2012 English Language Paper 1. So, here specifically, we are looking into grammar portion. So, as you know, the first question in the grammar portion, that is the passage based question based on tense. So, let's get started. My guide told me if I wanted to meet these people, I would have to walk 2 miles. We finally reached a village where I met a lady whose age I could not immediately make out. My translator found, or you can write was finding, it difficult to interpret the lady's words because her dialect was quite different. She was a dark skinned and dark haired lady. She must have been around 70 years old, but there was no grey in her hair. She obviously could not afford to dye her hair, so what was her secret? Nobody knew. It must have been a secret common to all, for not one person in that whole village had a trace of grey hair. I thought, or I had been thinking about it for a long time. Let's go to the next part. Fill in the blanks with appropriate word. He was touched with pity, or he was touched by pity when he heard the tale. There is always a demand for good tailors. The mother prevented her child from. So, prevent from always follows going out in the rain. The baby crawled under the table and hid there. Once upon a time, the great king ruled over all these villages and towns. She is the smarter of the two. Okay. Sheila insists on or upon. Both are correct. Wearing that dress, although her mother thinks it is too short for her. The teacher complained against him when she met his mother in the market. Okay, next one is synthesis of sentences. He lived in the city for many years. He could not find his way about. So there are a lot of possibilities over here. So contrast sentences. Although he lived in the city for many years, he could not find his way out. You can use though, you can use even though, or you can use in spite of having lived in the city for many years, he could not find his way about, despite having, it is actually be having. Okay, that's it. Despite having lived in the city for many years, he could not find his way about. The next one, she complained that her brother did not do anything. Her brother claimed he knew everything. Again, there's a contrast. So, although she claimed that her brother did not know anything, her brother claimed he knew everything. So, you can use although, though, like that, or you can use she complained that her brother did not know anything, whereas her brother claimed he knew everything. Next, the coffee is not strong, it won't keep us awake. So it's more like a cause effect. So coffee isn't too strong to keep us awake. The coffee won't keep us awake because or as it is not strong, or it is not strong enough to keep us awake, or it is not too strong to keep us awake. Okay, next sentence. I finished my homework, I switched on the TV. So, this kind of sentence with the same person doing both the work, you can use participle. Finishing my homework, I switched on the TV. Having finished my homework, I switched on the TV. Any one. And the last one is the transformation of sentences. My mother left a month ago. It has been a month since my mother left. Anil was wrong to lose his temper. Anil ought. This is a different one which is appeared in ICC board. So Anil ought not to lose his temper. That means he should not lose his temper. Next one is as soon as the chief guest had seated himself, the play began. No sooner. Very common. No sooner had the chief guest seated himself and the play began. Here we are not putting did because in the original sentence itself had is given, had seated. So let's skip it, had. Okay, next one. Rajiv said to Arjun, is this the book you were reading yesterday? Rajiv asked Arjun. So it's an indirect direct speech. So Rajiv asked Arjun if this will become that. So that if that was a book, okay, you would become he, and were reading, which is past continuous, would become perfect, past perfect continuous, had been reading the day before or the previous day. So these are the changes basically ICC board is evaluating you on, that whether you can change these changes, pronoun, tense, yesterday become the previous day or the day before, whether you can make these changes or not in the indirect direct speech. Only a person, only a foolish person would be taken in by this trick, none but. Again, it's an example of affirmative and negative. So, none but, none followed by but, none but a foolish person would be taken in by this trick. Second, next one is everybody has heard of Gandhiji. So, again, it is assertive to interrogative sentences. So, who has not heard of Gandhiji? The answer would be everybody has heard of Gandhiji. The next one would be he will issue the check only when he hears from the head office. So, we have to begin with on. So, on hearing only from the head office, he will issue the check. This word only, we cannot miss the word only, that is important. Last one, father will send you a message if his flight is cancelled. Okay, should his flight be cancelled, father will send you a message. So this was it for 2012 paper. Uh, Keep on following our channel, keep on subscribing our channel. So we'll be coming with more solutions of ICSE board papers like this. So stay tuned.